Hello everyone, E here. Welcome to yet another Lego Hogwarts update. Happy New Year! And let's kick everything off with all the things that I'm about to show you in this video. I will start off with trying to modify the first step over here, and more precisely the stones. I will try to make circular shapes, so I will make the stones a bit bigger and a bit more logical. Let's see if I can improve that a little bit or it will actually get worse. Well, this is what I came up with. I feel like it's a lot better. These stones being slightly bigger, forming shapes together, and just it looks a lot more logical than what it was before. A very slight change, but it used to bother me before. And now I believe it's well, better. So it's time to, I believe, invest some hours, or however long this might be, into some minifigs. I got a lot more uniforms somewhere in storage that I need to find, and there's some heads here that I guess I have set aside to make new students, and we'll see how many I can make. And I am planning to place them all around here-ish. So that will take, I don't know how long, but I will let my creativity loose without really stressing on how long it will take. So let's see what I come up with. And here are the minifigures that are completed so far. Once again, I took all the minifigures that were present in the courtyard before and changed the uniforms to the black capes and uniforms, as I have mentioned that I will. And I made some additional ones with the uniforms that I bought. As you might notice, I did my best to have different faces, different hairstyles, different expressions. Unfortunately, I do have a big majority of Slytherin and Gryffindor uniforms rather than Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, but those are just more rare. Not that I didn't want to buy more Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff ones, but I just didn't see any in these stores that I've been visiting in the past several weeks. I'm sure at some point I'll have a very convenient way of buying a few dozen of each and have a better variety, but for the time being, it doesn't matter all that much. Now, with that, I believe I do have a few other uniforms that I could utilize, so I will see actually how these figures pan out inside the courtyard. We'll see if it actually gets too much, if I want to get more in here. I just need to visualize it better, so I will play around and see how I place them inside the courtyard. And then I will decide whether I want to add more or not. Over here we have a total of 25 students. I might add some more accessories here and there depending on what storytelling comes to mind. And I would like to remind you that I'm not planning to do any changes inside here of the courtyard where the roof is. So all the minifigures that are in here I will keep as they are right now. And also, again, the plan to update their uniforms from these gray sweaters to these black ones that I find a lot more accurate and a lot more logical for students to be outside with. So yeah, we'll see if these 25 pan out really well here, or there are too many or not enough, or I'm looking for something more. And if I am looking for something more, I will probably take out maybe another 5 to 10 minifigures and spread them around. So now what I will do is I will take most of these ingots out, probably from this first row up to here-ish. And we'll start placing figures over here. We need like a crowd around this place. Obviously this troll, it's time to hide him away. And this is the scene that we are looking at. Umbridge firing Professor Trelawney. We have a Harry and a Ron already here. No Hermione, she is over here reading, doesn't really care. At least that's what I've decided, and my own avatar will be removed from here finally. So yeah, I will probably make a few around here, some spots for minifigures, but as far as I remember, there were no students really on this side when it comes to this side of the wall. Most of them were looking from inside, but I find it kind of pointless for them to be hidden. Maybe I will play some more, but it seems a bit weird. Now if we look in here, I guess I could hide a few students looking through these gaps into over here. Although there isn't space, there is plenty of space, but I'm not really sure I want to do that. I mean, if I have hundreds of minifigs ready and lying around, I guess I could place them anywhere, but thinking that to populate this whole Hogwarts will require hundreds of minifigures, probably thousands maybe, I don't know. I would actually like to use them a bit wisely for the time being. So yeah, let's stop rambling or whatever, and try to place these minifigs in here. Alrighty then, here is what I got so far. I did quite a few testings and decided to go with such a configuration. As you might be able to see, one of these things is not like the others. Let's remove that. Anyway, now I decided not to go with a lot of storytelling actually, because, well, it wouldn't make too much sense. The storytelling is what's going on here and everybody is staring. That is basically the scene. So it would not make much sense to have too much stuff going on. I do have this guy over here with, well, reading a book and just glancing around. I have this guy holding a cupcake. And we have Neville over here holding his frog or toad. And we have this Slytherin guy right in front of Malfoy, about to cast some mischievous charm on poor Neville. And I feel like that is enough. We have Harry and Ron over here, kind of in the forefront, but at the same time part of the crowd. Not too central. Decided not to have any students in front of McGonagall, at least for the time being. And I decided to use a various assortment of hairstyles and faces, I would say, but nothing too out of the ordinary. I'm not really sure if we have matching hairstyles, maybe one or two matching. Yeah, now I see this hair, the black one and this one, I think are the same, or at least are very, very similar, but that's no biggie. All in all, in total, I believe we have 32 minifigs here, including the Malfoy one, which was here before, and not including the Colin Creevy one that is still in the sweater, that is considered to be part of the inside of the courtyard. Now, looking from above, I have only two placed on the stairs. I wanted the stairs to be relatively clean out of minifigs. Maybe I would place one or two more in the future. The majority is Gryffindors and Slytherins. We do have a few Ravenclaws here. We have Cho Chang and Luna, and a few others that are unnamed. And I believe only one Hufflepuff over here. That's just the only Hufflepuff uniform I could find, which is a bit weird. I might want to add a few more in the future, or remove some Gryffindors or Slytherins so we have a better assortment. But it's like really nitpicky. But I will notice, I will know, so that's a slight improvement for the future. Now, let's look at it from different angles, because I'm really looking for input here. I actually thought that 25 to 30 minifigs would take a lot more space, and I guess my mindset is still confused from the older version of the courtyard where we had the stairs, and just the stairs, I guess, took so much space. Basically, where the minifigs are standing now is a kind of a location that was completely used by the stairs before, and maybe that's why it looked like there wasn't going to be enough space, but actually now there seems to be. It feels like I could add maybe another 20 minifigs and it wouldn't make much of a difference. I also did my best to spread them around evenly. Obviously, we can't have ingots where they are standing. I mean, we could, but then every little shake would mean that they would all the assortment would fall apart, which is something we don't want. So obviously we have studs underneath instead of ingots wherever they're standing. I have them standing in different poses, looking towards the same location. The spacing was very important. It's relatively the same, although here and there we have a little bit more spacing, so it's not too obvious that I have been tinkering with that. But I feel like, yeah, we could easily add more minifigs. Now, should I, is the question. Because I went back actually and I watched that scene again. And the scene, although pretty short, obviously shows that we have a lot of students around here, but on the inside. So they're on the inside here, staring through these gaps. Should we call them windows? Including over here and over here. But I don't want like 80 or so minifigs or 100 looking at this. I want much rather have this scene, so we have it here, but when you peek underneath, you have different scenes. You have something that is going on separate to this scene, and I feel like that brings a lot more variety, and it's just a little bit more interesting. Otherwise, we'll have all these other minifigs standing around here, around the edges. All of them are looking at the same space, the same direction. It just feels like, I don't know, it feels kind of lazy. And this kind of 50-50 variation makes more sense to me. It is more interesting. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I feel like going like this, so we have basically two scenes at the same time, is a little bit more logical. But yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm considering. Although I'm very heavily leaning towards the 50-50 option. And the other thing is, should I add more minifigs? Now, obviously, currently I don't think I have any more that I could place, mainly due to the fact I'm constricted by the uniforms that I have left. I believe I could maybe get another 10 or 15 that are scattered around in sets that I have purchased and haven't even opened, but there I don't see any point in that. And well, I have different type of uniforms, quite a few, maybe around 50, but they're not these ones that I want with the black robes, but I digress. So I could add a bit more minifigs, maybe a bit more here, a bit more here, so it's kind of like a moon shape, like a half circle, more like it. Could add a few more here, maybe a few more in front of Harry and Ron. And potentially, I guess we could have more students around here. So let's say we have like a gathering that would be otherwise from the movie scene on this side of the wall, on the inside, but we can place them around here. Maybe like another 5 or 7 here, and another 5 or 7 here. So we'll have like a half circle. So, or is this enough? When I look from afar, they seem like there are quite a few minifigs here, but well, actually, when I look from closer, they seem quite a few minifigs. From afar, they seem like there are actually not that many. But yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think. But yeah, I think like this is good for the time being. I like the variety, I like how they're positioned, and the overall number seems fine for now. So yeah, the courtyard seems well, pretty much done, other than this pillar here, which is still not finished because I don't have enough of these candles. I don't think they'll be arriving in the next several days, so have to bear with this little imperfection still for the, well, a little bit longer. Good news, everybody. Removing the courtyard and carrying it actually works. It doesn't explode in my hands. And here is what this module looks like now after the latest rebuild. In case you were wondering, this is still pretty stable, even though this portion here now is not as thick as before, so the weight is a lot more and this ground is a lot thinner, but still this is done well enough. But yeah, we're here at the foyer, which you might not have seen recently, and I'm gonna use this chance actually to fix something very minor, or rather add something very minor that I've been meaning to do. Now here we have the knights, quite a few knights, as you might notice. I'm pretty happy with this number, but you might notice that other than the genie, over here there is a empty spot, and I left that empty spot on purpose to add something in particular there, and here is the chance to actually fill that gap. Now, I had different ideas throughout the, should I say, years at this point, what exactly to do there. I wanted to maybe place an emblem, maybe something interesting, something different, but recently I've been meaning to place, well, a minifigure there, but not a knight. Now, I can take you back a long way, but let's just get straight to the point. Now, in the films, if you remember, we never actually see Peeves, the poltergeist, in none of the films, and I've always wondered why. And as a person who played the Harry Potter games, especially the early ones, like the Sorcerer's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets, which actually in many ways is Hogwarts Legacy before Hogwarts Legacy, but I digress. And I even played the third one back in 2003 or something. And there we had Peeves. And for those that are very familiar with Harry Potter Lego, you know that there is a minifigure for Peeves from 2001, I believe, which doesn't look very different compared to these knights, does it? So I kind of didn't want to spend a good amount of change on seeking it and buying it because it looks not very well. And Lego doesn't seem to be making any new ones. Maybe they will in the next year or so, but for the time being, no such plans as it seems. So I wanted to combine the video game look with my personal preference, or what is described in the books. And as usual, I first went to the internet just to scout, see what's going on. And actually, this time I found something very interesting. Some person, I'm gonna show this post on Reddit from about 4 years ago, actually did their own Peeves. And when I saw it, I instantly liked it. So I decided, well, why should I spend time to figure something out when somebody has actually done a great job already? So I went online and I bought the parts, and here is the same minifigure as that person imagined, with the same torso, the same face. That face is great, by the way. I've used it in one or two of my webcomics. By the way, if you want to see any of them, you can find them on my Discord page. But yeah, this looks like Peeves, and I can actually buy it. It's him. So yeah, great minifigure. Obviously, the legs could use a bit more detail. simple purple legs, but I feel like this is perfect. So yeah, we will have Peeves hovering over here. I feel like it's a great spot for him, so let's place him right now. So I was wondering exactly what to do with Peeves, but went through a few options and just decided to go with something kind of straightforward. This Lucius Malfoy minifig has been sitting here for quite a while. And I decided to play with that a little bit, so I had him over here hovering and obviously grinning, and he is about to drop this bottle on top of Lucius's head as a prank, as we know that Peeves likes to be mischievous most of the time. So I feel like this is a great little colorful way to kind of make this scene better. We have a lot of gray here from the knights and a lot of cluster of reddish brown with these proclamations or decrees, and the colorful piece minifig is a nice pop-up contrast. So yeah, really like what this guy did. Actually saved me a lot of effort to figure it out. I don't believe I would have done a better job, so why not use his work and appreciate it in that way. So if you ever watch this video, thanks. I would say that this is quite a great job that you did. Thank you. So yeah, now we have this gap is not completely empty, although technically with this little clear piece, this place is still kind of empty, the whole little cylinder slot. So I might want to cover it with something eventually, but maybe I'll just leave it like that. I don't know what you think. We already have two emblems here. Now do I want to have another flag maybe to cover it, maybe another emblem? If yes, what would it be? Maybe if they print some nice piece in some set and I like it, or maybe they print different flags, just some sticker or something that I like, that I feel like it could be looking nicely here, I would replace it. But for the time being, I'm not gonna force it. I feel like this is totally fine. So yeah, Peeves is now actually next to the genie. Kind of symbolic, isn't it? And I've put everything back together. That is pretty much, I believe, all I have for you for this update. Pretty happy with the results of what is going on here. Already shared all my concerns and what I think could change in the near future, but it's good to have this these minifigures set here. Whether I add more and how many I add and how I add them, eventually it's not all that important. I might not even really focus on it once I do it, if I do it or when I do it, because it's just gonna be more minifigures, but you will see it as always. So as per every video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate all your thoughts and everything that you have as an input regarding this project that's been going for about, well, 3.5 years now, almost. I'll be back with another video in the next 2 weeks, so please subscribe, comment down below, hit that like button, and consider becoming a channel member should you really be interested in supporting me and being part of this journey. Stay healthy in the meantime, happy building, and bye for now. Thank you.